These films are meant to provoke. They're meant to offer an experience rather than an idea or information or a story about a knowable or a fictional subject.
If you can put yourself back into 1978 and looking at those images, several generations have grown up looking at those images, but in '78 they were extremely startling, and it was like looking at the world for the first time.
They're meant fundamentally to stir up enough to actually to create an experience of the subject. It is up for the viewer to take for herself what it is that means. So for some people it's environmental film, for some people it's an ode to technology, for some people it's a piece of shit, for other people it moves them deeply. It depends on who you ask. If someone's trying to figure out why they're watching the film, they're probably not going to get into it. It's more like taking a journey. It is the journey that is the objective, not the end place where we are going.
Earth, air, fire, and water. Those are the four elements. In the alchemical system, those become the basis of all matter. And we can say that the text, image, music are the basis of any kind of interdisciplinary art form, whether it's opera or film or dance.
I think there's a thread in everyone's life. In my life, I entered a religious community of men at the age of 14, stayed till the age of 28, grew up, in effect, in the Middle Ages, which was remarkably insane and beautiful all at the same time. In other words, it wasn't bad or good, it was bad and good at the same time, this and that. And I felt it gave me a very special preparation for life. The order that I was in prepared me to live a life of humility and service and prayer. And that certainly goes against the grain of, say, 1950s New Orleans culture, which is, let's say, like la dolce vita. So at the tender age of 13, I felt like I had explored that enough, and I was ready to move on through idealism. Like any adolescent, I was inspired by the life of other people whose lives moved me. These were religious men that taught me, so I joined their order. How it influenced my films, I can't say in a specific way, other than I've always been, I guess, interested or motivated in what stands behind the surface of things. And when you're religious and doing meditation and mental prayer and trying to go beyond words into some deep feeling with something that's willful, then it helps you prepare. I guess I had a great preparation for discipline and focus in that mad time. I had come in touch with this extraordinary film by Luis Buñuel called Los Olvidados. And that film moved me, gave me the equivalent of a spiritual experience. That film moving me so much, I felt that I would take that concern into a more plastic form of mass culture through film and through the vehicle of the IRE. The IRE is a term chosen by the members. It means the Institute for Regional Education. We started out to do a mass media campaign on the use of technology and surveillance to control behavior. It was sponsored by the American Civil Liberties Union. And the project worked beautifully in a non-narrative form of visualization being presented on television at prime time, billboards at high traffic density areas, radio at drive time with jingles, and all of which was to gather the attention of the public, which was in an omnipresent gaze in the medium. So if we wanted to get something happening, we would try to put something in that medium, say like a bank or a liquor company or cigarette companies.
Few, if any, of us can understand. Extensive information gathering on every American, human experiments with drugs and psychosurgery, electronic surveillance, the era of the computer, invasion of privacy, growing government and corporate power over our lives, a people plagued by dehumanization, loneliness, and violence. Dramatic? Perhaps. but we are losing control of our technology and our lives.
And that led to the formation and development of the IRE, out of which came our second project, qatsi.